25. With that, let me call on Mr. Lance Gokongwei to start the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Boy. First of all, I'd like to introduce my co-presenters. Gary Kingshot is our Chief Executive Advisor. He's responsible for the day-to-day operations and the profitability of the business. He's been with the Cebu team for the last 2 years after having over 20 years of extensive work experience in the airline industry, both in legacy and low cost. Hansley has been with the JG Summit Group for the last 9 years. 5 years with Cebu, and he is CFA and is now our Chief Financial Officer. Let me now turn to Cebu Pacific at a glance. Cebu Pacific is the Philippines' leading airline. In the last 12 months to June, we carried 9.6 million guests. We currently have 29 aircraft with an average age of 3 years, 21 of which are Airbus, and 8 of which are ATRs. Our operating metrics are comparable or even better than the world's best. We had an 85% load factor for the first 6 months of 2010 and an 89% on-time performance. We operate our Airbus aircraft at an average of 13.8 block hours per day. That is a measure of asset utilization, and it is second highest in the entire Airbus universe for narrow-body aircraft. We likewise operate our Airbus fleet at 8.2 turns per day. Our financials continue to improve year on year. For the last 12 months ended June, our revenues were at $576 million. This represents a compounded annual growth rate of 25% over the last 3 years and 29% for the first 6 months of 2010. Our EBITDA and net income margins are likewise world-class, with a 36% EBITDA margin and a 21% net income margin. Finally, we have a dominant market position in the fast-growing Philippine domestic market at 49%, as well as a fast-growing presence in the international markets. Let me give you a few key milestones for Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific flew its first domestic flight in 1996, operating with 4 DC-9s. By 2004, it was very clear that a model operating older aircraft would not work in a high commodity cost environment, and our board made the decision to refleet completely to brand new aircraft. The first of our Airbus aircraft came in 2005, and by 2007 we had completely retired our old DC-9 and 757 fleet. Thus likewise in 2007 that we had become the largest domestic carrier in the Philippines. By 2008 we had become the 3rd largest low-cost carrier and among the top 20 low-cost carriers in the world. 2008, our website, CebuPacificAir.com, was likewise recognized as the largest e-commerce site in the Philippines. In 2008 as well, we had expanded our international route network, and by that time, we had offered the most routes to the ASEAN out of the Philippines. In 2009, AC Nielsen recognized Cebu Pacific as the most recognized airline brand in the world, and by 2010, Cebu Pacific had become the largest airline in the Philippines in terms of passengers carried. Our growth trajectory has likewise been very impressive. From an original fleet of 4 in 1995, we now operate 29 aircraft today, and we will be up to 47 aircraft by 2014. Since 1996, our number of passengers carried has increased 30-fold from 360,000 in 1995 to nearly 11 million in the current year. In the last 5 years alone, the number of passengers we have carried has increased from 2005's 2 million to over 10 million this current year. Cebu Pacific is part of the JG Summit Group, which is one of the 5 largest market cap holding companies in the Philippines. Our goal, the goal of JG Summit Group, is to become a pure holding company which owns leading and management positions in its independent operating subsidiaries. We currently operate 4 listed subsidiaries, including the parent, many of them which have had very successful IPOs. Cebu Pacific remains and will continue to remain a very important part of the JG Summit Group. In the last 6 months, it represented 25% of JG Summit's revenues. Cebu Pacific benchmarks itself against its peers. We consider AirAsia and Tiger of Singapore as our peers. And over the time, Cebu Pacific has clearly demonstrated that it is a world-class, low-cost carrier with superior operating and financial metrics compared to our closest peers. Compared to Tiger and AirAsia, Cebu Pacific has highest revenue growth, the highest EBITDA margin, and the highest net income margin. We also have the highest load factor, the highest on-time performance, and the highest aircraft utilization. We are fortunate to be based in the Philippines, and from the Philippines we have built a very strong domestic base from which we intend to expand our international network further. Cebu Pacific has a very simple value proposition to its customers. We only promise our guests 3 things. First, we will offer you low fares. Second, we will take you from one place to another on time. And third, we will do it with a smile. As we all know, smiles are free. Same time, we do believe that for us to offer excellent customer service, we have to have a fun workplace in our own work environment. So we very consciously work on having a very open door, meritocratic, and performance-based work culture. As a distinct example of that, we have read in the headlines about many pilot issues facing some of the other airlines in Asia. Cebu Pacific has a pilot corps of 400 pilots, and it's a fact to say that in the last 2 years, only 2 pilots have resigned from Cebu Pacific. We do not take these things for granted, however, as we continue to invest very heavily in the training of our pilots and our other skilled technical positions. In 2007, while we were a much smaller airline, we had invested over $11 million in the country's only operating Airbus 320 simulator. We have set up a pilot academy where today we have 57 cadet pilots, of which 37 have already graduated and are now serving as first officers for Cebu Pacific. We're we think that our work culture is one of our distinct and competitive advantages. Let me now turn it to Mr. Gary King-Siap, who will give you the business model of Cebu Pacific. Thank you.